So let's talk about for the men mostly. Women could learn a little bit off of this, but mostly for the men. How to just gain some mass and how to really sculpt into a certain look, and how to change your look with weights and many other different ways, and then a few easier hacks that take just a little bit of work. Yeah. So, if you can't get bigger in the arms or the back or the chest or in your legs, if that's what you're into, then there's many different plans and things. Most likely you have a slight plateau going on, or you have a weird case. Pretty much you need consistency. You need to bloat that muscle with a pump often. Oh, what the heck are they doing? Oh my gosh. Oh, you okay, Mason? Oh. Okay. All right, Joe. Joe, you little cutie. So, yeah. All these edgy, yeah. So let's focus in. White rice, if you can eat brown rice, you just eat brown rice. But if it has to be white rice, then you eat white rice. But if you're able to get brown rice, that's one of the few things, well, not one of the few things, but that's one of the things that I have not randomly studied as much, because it doesn't seem to increase dopamine or serotonin from anything that I've heard so far. So I've never been a fanatic about my whole grains. But brown rice is just, why not? Then, you want to first off be careful in the gym. Let me tell you, if you get something broken or hurt, then you won't be able to lift for a long time. And you might deal with pain pill addiction. So, yeah. So white or brown rice is going to be a go-to. Then get a good source of water. A good source of water where it flows into your whole body in just a different type of way. It's weird, me personally. So, first off, I would recommend going to a store that happens to sell organics more than that of Walmart or Target. A store that exclusively sells half of their items are organic there. Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, Sprouts, stuff like that. Their water, if you just get a little 2.5 gallon jug, like one of these buddies. This is a 5 gallon, we're just buying in bulk because the water happens to be cheaper than any type of bottled water, or it just happens to be an honest price. But that would be a historical secret, as people don't know that so this water has advanced blue light laser technology that scans through the water and burns out impurities. It goes through 5 different filtration processes. Then you just have spring water, which is just a very protected spot in nature that they have probably behind some fences, and they've made sure that the stream has not been corrupted. The spring. But right now, this is what my dad is onto. So just sprouts. And yeah, it just has that spring taste. It's kind of like this mineral taste, like it's been through a lot of rocks. Something like that. But just all kinds of natural processes and things. So yeah, in my free time, I'm not a shapeshifter, but I know how to change myself within a matter of days if I really wanted to and I had enough energy. There's this slight effect of the Abilify shot that I get. I take in about 20 milligrams of Abilify a day. In an extended release dose from a shot. And so it's about 21.9 milligrams a day, which is just dripping in me like an IV bag. It just drips. I don't know how it works, but once that shot enters, but yeah, so that's just, I have to like, it's not like I'm gonna wake up and just be on Abilify and just go work out. No, that's gonna look like either pre-workout or coffee to counteract that like normal feeling, like so balanced that like you lack energy just a little bit. Like it doesn't allow you to get too hyper excited about things. It rebalances and rebalances. So like whenever you get like super high on something, you can almost feel the Abilify like, oh, nope, back to normal. So it creates this like brainwave almost where you're just thinking in the middle somewhere. You don't get too hyper excited about things. But that's something I've hyper used to succeed before, is getting really excited about an idea so much so that I'm having fun with it. So it's a whole situation. I'm not like trying to blame people here, but yeah, yeah, as I was saying, so just like all kinds of stuff, like first off, nature walks, just walking in nature. Second, a random hack that comes to mind is an exercise ball. All you have to do is get one and you just put it in a closet somewhere. Just put it in a closet and get it out and just sit on it whenever you're at the computer. Get one that has a little bit less air in it. You don't want it to be like tight, like the ones you see at the gym that are like really tall, like those gray ones where people are sitting on them, but it's like if you were to bounce on the top of it, you would just fly off because it's so filled with air, real tight. You want to actually have like 75% air in there. Basically you want to have like 80% air in there. It's like 80% full. So you want it to be just where like you sink into it just a little bit. I used to do that all the time. And there are random new discoveries of abdominal functions. I'm sorry, like just side abs and different stuff that when I'm lean will show. Now I'm not in the way I am is my DNA is working successfully when it comes to muscles, especially when I put the work in. Right now, just that Abilify has been after me a little bit. So what I do is just take walks, and that's like the way I get myself to I'm like working out, but I'm like oblivious to it. I'm just listening to music, and at least like gets me to walk, and I'm like working with my subconscious to try to work out. But sitting on an exercise ball, like there's this real motion. It's like you have to work as like some type of dancer automatically for so what you do is you do that for at least 10-15 minutes. I would say anywhere over 6 to 8 to 9 minutes at least a day. Whenever you're sitting on a laptop or you're sitting watching TV, you just kind of pull it out and sit and watch the TV on it for about 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And any kind of breaks you need to hook yourself, just fight it a little bit. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but sitting on an exercise ball works directly with a lot of things. Like it's much different than sitting on like a hard wooden chair that's flat with your back flat up against the back. That's much different to sit on an exercise ball. Works your abs like crazy, works the glutes, works, you know, especially when you twist on it, you know, twist on it like that. It's just working all kinds of stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's like it hits it. You have to be in a good posture to even fit in with the sit on it at all. You have to have a good posture. It forces you to. So that's great. As far as like just gaining mass, like you to get like, and then you get into like deeper stuff, like how to look pretty on stage, like for bodybuilders or whoever. You see guys who are like, they look great, but he's almost red. It's because he's probably eating like tons of steak, tons of chicken, and he's probably gotten it from the right source for the most part if he's a pro bodybuilder. But he probably like has little cheat meals where he'll just kind of eat like certain, you know, somewhat fast food item things that have chicken, where, you know, there's just places where he'll get the grilled chicken there, but just he eats so much chicken and steak mainly that like he has like a look where like it's like he has acne easier than other people. Any meats where they're adding hormones to the meats is going to give you a quick little gain, very quick. It's a terrible way to get in hormones. If you were to look at like how to do hormones right in any type of injection or taking in hormones in any way, that's just like this greasy thing where the hormones are like still affecting you, even though the cow got it. So it's affecting you through the meat. It's not a good way to take in hormones. Like it's not like effective. Like it's like that's like the cheapest form of testosterone replacement therapy, is just to eat more meat. I don't know. Anyways, so this is, if you're gonna eat meat, like, you know, avoid meat in the mornings, you know, and then just eat eggs instead, and get like good eggs, you know. Like what do they have right now? Well, this is why I'm here half the reason, because I'm just kind of getting my spaceship ready. So just like free range, you know, free range. Grade A's, I mean, you see that all the time. That's nothing to look for as much, unless you see a grade B, then you have to show me. But free range, you know, like not. And then Eggland's Best is also vegetarian fed hens, so like even that has like the animals all sensitive and caring, compared to some feed that has some cheap meat in there that has hormones. It just, when you mess with expensive meats in the first place, you'll make better gains, you know. Me, what do I eat? Let's go take a look. What do I eat? Now, I eat a lot of Amy's. Amy's is a random vegetarian for the most part, but their vegetables are almost always organic. And so that hacks the whole thing. The only problem with all these microwave meals that have veggies in them, with like grilled chicken and all this stuff, is first off the grilled chicken, the source. Second off, the veggies are not organic. So once it's been microwaved, it's just that much more of like a DNA, like a bad thing. So like random stuff. This is boring because I've been eating a lot of these like always. But this is Amy's. This one, you just kind of know with them. It seems like I think this one's vegetarian, and it is on the ingredients, definitely. A lot of this type of stuff. See, it says at the top, made with organic rice. Well, but it doesn't even say it on this on the top there, but it says organic mushrooms. Organic mushrooms. So then just little like the protein, there's little chicken patties. Morningstar Farms is awesome. I shouldn't be throwing around brands like that. I mean, I guess I'm, you know. Another one. This one here. It always says made with organic vegetables for the most part. Broccoli and cheddar bake. These are just random examples. And then just, if you're gonna, it's like, I don't know how to explain it quite. Made with organic vegetables and rice pasta. Okay, well, there is also kale in there, so that means, and it does say organic kale. So yeah, and that's like a potent, like, getting in veggies that are organic, whatever source. And even totally, if you don't have the money, don't have a store near you, any situation where you can't get organic vegetables, like vegetables in general, eating them versus not eating them, you go ahead and eat them. It's better that way. Dang it. I just abused the lasagna. Dang it. Yeah, so that's just an example. And then just little stuff like this. This is an older one, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I'm gonna check if it's expired, slowly figure it out. But just broccoli and cheese, and you know, yeah. So, and eggs, I go light on the eggs. I'm careful about the amount of eggs I take in. I'm careful about the amount of eggs I take in. I'm not trying to be just a juice head type of, and I shouldn't say that. You see how I just mess up there? I'm not trying to be just like that's the wrong word. I'm not trying to be just like a beef head, like a gym rat, like a beef head. Someone they lift so much, but like they're all muscle. There's no like chunky type of just a mass look. It's like they're so hard. They care too much about each angle. Like, it's hard to explain. I'm trying to balance out and live spiritually as well in the midst of all of this. So down here, this is where I work out. Now, this is not, I'm very careful about this, but I'm not even gonna do a set right now, but just squats are amazing for getting like a lot of things. And you like, okay, bench press, well, like if you're not, okay, the science to it, to be scientific, which is simply effective, if you can't gain mass and you're over the age of 18, you're over the age of 20, everything about like your testosterone, the place you're at, and you still can't gain mass. Because when I was 16, I couldn't quite do it. When I was 16, couldn't quite do it. It was like I was getting big, but and then 17, the hormones just hit, and then all the lifting I was doing, but like there was a time there in the middle where I did get a little bit depressed, where I felt like I was not going to make any more gains. I know what it's like to be where I feel like I never have a real angle that like other people view me as big. Like I don't have that at the moment. And I know the feeling. I know what it's like. You feel like your arms are not big enough. And you don't necessarily feel proud to wear a tank top when you're rocking your arms, chest, whatever you're thing is, you don't just feel proud to just take your shirt off, like, or if you're skinny, maybe you don't care, you just don't necessarily feel like too good about it. Like, it's, yeah, let's not get into someone's stuff like that, but all I'm saying is you got to break that plateau. So I would assume, first off, you're not like 16 or anything, are you? You're not like 17 or something like that, where then just, you know, it's almost like you don't even need to lift as much now that I told you that. Like, just kind of, just go twice a week. Just kind of wait till you're 18 or 19, buddy. You know, I'm joking. But just there's going to be a certain point where, like, your hormones kind of hit. If you're 19, then you have a whole time ahead of you where you can lift. And I'm not just going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you to stay away from drinking, stay away from this, stay away from that, because that's not always realistic for someone that has addictive tendencies, who's a certain type of baby. I mean, there's a such thing as, like, nicotine babies and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, but squats, yeah, like, and first off, I would try doing chest, triceps, and shoulders, then back and biceps on your second day. Then the third day, you want to do just legs. Then do either arms, or if you're in a really, like, a phase where you're really, like, you have enough food to back it up to fuel that, so you're not like, so that your fibers are all like recovering before you work out again every single time. I would stick in the 8 to 12 rep range. Don't mess with 6. Don't mess with 6. At least 8 reps. At least 8. I would aim for 9. 8 reps, aim for 9. Just don't even bother going to failure. Like, people, I'm just going to put that out there. Don't go to failure nearly as much. Never, if you're questioning if you're going to get the dumbbells up and you're pushing by yourself on a hard, like, it could be a disaster. Like, don't even try to max out. Like, it's so old school to have this mentality that you have to have the most weight in the gym. It's funny, but people that really do it, like, that's disturbing, because you're going to mess up. It's too much weight. All the people around you have to feel the wrath of that. So let me just do a little, I see 235s here, just whatever I stumbled upon. Let me just do a little set on the bench press. Well, let me just show you a quick pump. Okay, I know what to do. So, set this here. Just like that. And my shoulders should be decent to do one set right now. It shouldn't be a big problem. Mind muscle connections are real, but you got to figure that out for yourself. Like, just lift more, stay safe. So even just being like, so that's just one. I ate a little bit earlier. I'm on a little bit of nicotine, which is a blood thinner. Got some pouches in, but immediate, like, just random puffiness in the chest. Like, I don't even have a normal chest really, but just immediate, like, filled with blood. So that what I just did right there, you want to do that like at least 8 sets of what I just did right there on chest day alone. You know, so like if you're doing like 3 sets and leaving the gym, talking to your buddies, anything that gets in the way of the original core time versus tension on the muscles, time spent breaking down the muscle fibers, and then time spent recovering. So let's just take a quick look what that pump looks like. That was just enough to catch a little pump. So the arms are already looking bigger, right? Like a little bit too big to be me. That's because I just pumped the tricep full of blood. That right there is very subconscious for me. I just got a decent amount of time under tension. Just with that one set, I just, you know, left arm, we're working on it, but just like a certain look, I've hacked it. Like, I put in less work overall than certain strength lifters, but how are my arms exclusively like a certain type of look? You know, that's a pump right there. And if I was to work out for another 30 minutes, then this pump would be even bigger. That was just one set. Usually your pump doesn't fully, like, it's to where it's at till like your 3rd or 4th set. So yeah, I've had some really big pumps before, and then it gets to the point where you go home and just drink a clean protein shake, and then, you know, just don't stress it. Eat a light amount of carbs. Just eat spaghetti or rice with that. Like, just give it like 20 minutes after you've had your protein shake, like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's just about what's realistic versus what's professional. Like, professional grade lifting, all this stuff, you know. So that's that. I'll put up a little part 2.